Good morning, everyone. Buenas. Welcome to the Guam Congress building. And I'm very honored to be here with you today, and I'm honored that you are here to join us as well. I'm here today with the Vice Speaker, Senator Tony Ada, Senator Chris Duenas, Senator Sean Gumatautau, and of course, Senator Sabrina. Thank you, Senator, for joining us, Senator Sabrina Salas-Mantanani. And we're here for a very special occasion. We're here to recognize Ronald Cruz Quinata. So I'd like to welcome especially his family and thank them for joining us here today. And of course, his family in the Military Order of the Purple Heart, his family at the Guam Veterans Affairs Office, his family in the Vietnam Veterans Association, and all of the military organizations on Guam, and individuals who he has helped throughout his career. We're very, very proud of him. I'm so very honored to be able to do this today. So this is a presentation of resolution number 62-38 COR. We're going to go through Ron's career, which is very, very interesting and stellar. Ron Cruz Quinata is the son of Jose Santiago Quinata and Isabel Cruz Quinata, and shares a life of service and faith with his beloved wife, Lourdes Concepcion Quinata, and their 5 children, Frankie, Nanette, Jeremy, Maribel, and Christiana. Ron first entered public service as a civil service employee for the United States Naval Ship Repair Facility in Guam, devoting over 3 decades of service as a planner and estimator from July 1, 1968 until his retirement in September 1999. In 1974, Ron joined the United States Air Force, where he served with distinction and rose to the rank of Master Sergeant before retiring honorably on October 9, 2003. His accomplishments include earning the Air Force Commendation Medal, the Air Force Commendation Medal First Oak Leaf Cluster, and recognition as Airman of the Quarter, among other distinctions. From July 2005 to December 2009, Ron served in the government of Guam's Guam Office of Veterans Affairs as a Veteran Service Representative, where he diligently assisted numerous veterans and their families in assessing earned benefits and services. In January 2010, Ron joined the Military Order of the Purple Heart National Service Program as a National Service Officer for the Guam office. He served in this role until the office's closure in August 2019, earning accreditation from the Department of Veterans Affairs, the General Counsel, and the National Veterans Legal Services Program. In December 2019, Ron rejoined the Guam Office of Veterans Affairs as a Veteran Service Representative, continuing to serve in this capacity until his recent retirement on June 30, 2025, after decades of combined service in military, civil, and veterans affairs. Beyond his official duties, Ron has continually volunteered his services as a veterans advocate, particularly to members and dependents of the Department of Asia-Pacific Military Order of the Purple Heart Organization, participating actively in monthly organizational meetings, annual conventions, and other events. Guam is home to 13,000 veterans, at least, and in fiscal year 2023 alone, veterans and their survivors in Guam received approximately $117,000 in compensation and pension benefits from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. It's widely recognized that Ronald Cruz Quinata, through his steadfast service as a Veteran Service Representative and a National Service Officer, played a significant role in advocating for and securing these benefits for countless veterans and their families, earning recognition from the Guam legislature in 2018 with Resolution 443-34 for securing $6 million in compensation benefits, exemplifying a lifelong commitment to improving the welfare of Guam's veteran community. And we recognize him today and ask that it be resolved that the Committee on Rules of Imina 38 na Legislature in Guahan, hereby on behalf of the Legislature in Guahan and the people of Guam, recognize Ron Cruz Quinata on his achievements, dedicated military and civil service, and long-standing advocacy for veterans, and congratulate him on the occasion of his retirement from the Guam Office of Veterans Affairs. And be it further resolved that the Speaker and Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Ronald Cruz Quinata, to the Guam Office of Veterans Affairs, who's represented here today by their Executive Director, Joe San Augustine. Don't want to confuse him. Joe San Augustine. And, of course, to the Military Order of the Purple Heart Guam chapter, represented by the Commander, Nick Francisco, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero Imagahagan Guahan. And so, with that, I'd like to present these resolutions to you with my colleagues. And thank you. This is for you, Ron. This is Masi for grateful people of Guam. I know we're all very proud of Ron, but I'd like to give him a few minutes to, or maybe I'm going to ask these two if they'd like to say a few words first, and then we'll have Ron after that. Commander Francisco?
Thank you, Therese, and all the senators here. Thank you. You know, I love Ron, and I hate to be up here this morning because, you know, I hate to see him retired. When I found out that he's retiring June 30, I said to myself, because I'm still following a claim with him. I'm still following a claim with him, and like I said, I asked him, Ron, when you come back, can we continue my claim? But anyway, you know that Ron, I met him way back when he was a service officer for the Military Order of the Purple Heart under the National. And when they furloughed him, they finally closed that. I asked Senator Pido to appropriate the money for the Veterans Affairs, and I asked the director there, Fred Bordalio, to hire Ron. I said, you can publish this. We're not fixing Ron because I know he's the most qualified service officer in the island. So the Veterans Affairs hire Ron, and like I said, June 30 is his retirement, and I hate for him to go, but you know, he make up his mind that he's going to retire, but I hope once he come back to Guam that he will continue to help the veterans. So again, Ron, from the Veteran and the Purple Heart, the Military Order of Purple, for all your service. I know that he usually start his schedule 9 in the morning, but since he's retiring, he moved it up to 8 o'clock in the morning, because his backlog is so far back, couple of months, 3 months, and I know there's a lot of veterans waiting to see Ron. So again, Dangkuluna Sidus Masi to all the veterans of this island, Dangkuluna Sidus. Thank you so much.
Director San Augustine.
Vice Speaker and Senators, Dangkuluna Sidus Masi for doing this for one of our greatest public servant on the island. For those of you all here this morning in witness of this event, Dangkuluna Sidus Masi, unlike Nick Francisco, I am proud to see Ron leave. And the reason behind that is there's always an ending to good things that you do. He deserves now to have time for himself and his family. As you could tell, you know, his career pattern, if you trail his career, he's gone above and beyond what many others are not able to do, and that is very commendable. I have the chills because, likewise, I don't want to see him go, but he deserves to be with his family and enjoy the remainder of his life. The other day, I was talking to my wife, and I actually thought that Ron was younger than me. I'm 65, and I'm not going to mention his age, but definitely he looks younger than me. But that says a lot to his character and his devotion and dedication and the love and passion that he likes to do in serving our veterans, their family, his family, and the community as a whole. It says a lot for him. And I'll tell you, on the way to work in the morning, Ron is there by 7. On the way home, after 5:30, heading from the cemetery, heading home, he's still there. On the weekends, on a Saturday, as I'm heading down to the cemetery for a burial, he's there. And I'm like, wow, this is someone that deserves to retire. It's time to give time for himself and his family. I think by law, he's got like 2 years to come back if he so desires, right? He's always welcome, but that home where he's worked for many years is his home forever. So he's always welcome. But I want to thank you all for showing your love and support for one of our biggest public servants in Guam's history. And Duncan and Sidus Masi, Ron, and your turn to talk.
Sidus Masi, Director, San Augustine. I'd like now to open the floor to Ron. We really are very lucky, Sidus Masi.
What else can I say? Everything's all said and done. Nevertheless, I'm grateful for this honor and this opportunity serving our veterans on the island. More than anything, I wish them all the best. It's a never-ending process, and I urge all veterans to continue with the claims process. It's been a long career for me, from civil service to Gov Guam. So I see the difference, but I still enjoy it. I enjoy the veterans I work with, and it's all coming from my heart. And I hope that our office, and they are so qualified, the Guam Office of Veterans Affairs is the place to go. Like every state has a state office of Veterans Affairs. On Guam, the Department of Veterans Affairs has recognized Guam Office of Veterans Affairs. And along with that, we have accredited service representatives. That says a lot for the office. So I still encourage every veteran to visit our office. I'm glad about the progress that's ongoing right now to get more service representatives. And I'm hopeful that the office will function much faster, quicker, and more promising for our veterans on island. I would, before I close, I would like to especially thank Senator Terlaje. Thank you so much for this honor, and Mr. Nick Francisco, and our director, Mr. Jose San Augustine. I think I may need a little water, but anyway, I want to thank especially my family on this corner here, and my Purple Heart family on this side of the house. And of course, my GOVA staffers in the back. Thank you so much for all your support, and please continue to help our veterans out there. Dankluna Sizis Masi, for everyone that's here today. And our senators also for the 39th Guam Legislature, thank you for your for joining us this morning. Yeah, it is really an honor, and I want to dedicate this ceremony here. I know my wife is watching with her sister in Florida, but unfortunately, we had a loss in the family, so she's there. But nevertheless, thank you, my honey bun. I shall see you later. Yeah, she's been there trying to just help her sister out. But again, to my grandkids, my kids, and thank you for taking the time to be here today. God bless everybody. Thank you, veterans. Thank you for all your services, and please continue to continue with the process of getting your benefits. It's a never-ending process, so please visit our office. I'm proud of that office, the Guam Office of Veterans Affairs. You get all the services you need from them. Thank you very much.
Viva to Ron! Viva! Viva to the Veterans Affairs Office! Viva! And viva to all our veterans on Guam! Viva! That will end our presentation today, but I'd like to invite the family to come up, please, and take a photo with us if you can. And then we'll have the Purple Heart members who are here come up and the office members. If we could ask the family first. Thank you.